Okay, so basically now, fellas, we've got when we've added water, we'll have ultra rich, calcium magnesium rich, ultra alkaline, fibrous paper mache in a way. Yeah, fibrous paper mache. So yeah, so it's got a reasonable look. It's not as clay looking as the mixture with over there. Maybe I should put it on spot colour. Yeah, not as clayey looking so far. This one hasn't lost its water yet as that. I think I've already filmed that one, but with the double chalk one, or just pure chalk, paper mache, I suppose, in a way you want to call it that, you know, the cat litter. Yeah, I reckon that's going to take time to actually get the capillarity right, but it's going to have to settle down. But this should settle down quite well. But I don't know. I think I'm going to prefer the grey look of this, I think, if it works, of course. But I think we'll just get some more water in a bucket, fill it up, and fill up our over there, and see how we go, and see how quickly we get bubbles, you know. As I said, I was getting bubbles almost overnight on the other one, so, you know, we could have bubbles, you know, by this evening if it goes even faster now, because there's basically it's just cement and cellulose. So it's ultra alkaline paper mache in a way. So if we get yeasty smell and what we think is yeast growing in there, it could be the fact that it's just breaking down the cellulose in a way. But the organism can grow because there's very little sulphur there. And of course, maybe they need the magnesium there to do that as well. Maybe that's also a serpentine connection, because, you know, serpentine areas are magnesium silicate areas. So we'll see how we go. Get it up to the slot there. Good. A little bit more. Yeah, that's good enough. Just settle things in there, and then I'll melt myself a slot in there. So if it rains, as they're predicting tomorrow, it will keep that level, maintain that level. And it'll be interesting to see how quickly, if at all, we get major bubble reaction going on. So not just bubbles coming off as, you know, air's coming out of the bricks. What I mean is, you know, major bubble action like is in here, and also with a concomitant smell of yeast and things like that coming off these things. Keeping in mind the fact that yeast is killed off, I believe, with metabosulfite. They use it in the beer making technology. So, you know, it could be we might find the CP is like high phosphorus, high potassium, but you got to keep that sulfur low or something like that. I don't know. Eventually we're going to go through all these and find out what it is. And of course, the key point here is calcium is not the problem. Apparently, that's not the problem. It's something else, and that's what we're going to find out what it is. You see. So we've been held back by the fact we had this notion in our minds that, you know, CPs and calcium shouldn't go together, sort of thing. Even though there were some in a genus like Pinguicula, Mexican Pinguicula, screaming out the fact that, you know, they actually prefer a bit of, you know, granulated chalk in their medium. And the fact that it's granulated chalk, maybe the fact that, you know, you can dissipate any H2S or any other sort of similar sulfur noxious gases more easily. You can vent them out there so they don't have such a detrimental effect. So that's why I'm saying we're going to look at sulfur in a closer manner from now on. So but I'm still pretty chuffed by like the look on some of these things, you know. That's pretty good, you know, considering everyone talks about, you know, calcium being so bloody deadly, and, you know, things like, you know, strawberries, you know, why isn't that dead in a few days, sort of thing, you know. So yeah, we'll see how we go. And the ferns, aren't ferns supposed to be quite delicate plants? But maybe they're not. Maybe I just don't know enough about ferns. So anyway, we'll see how we go. I have got some, where did I see it? Yeah, I've got some growth coming up there on the fern in there. I don't know if you can see that. And also, this one here looks pretty interesting too. I'll get it from that side and getting it in from that side. So more to the calcium pectate argument after all, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's about it for now, I think. Okay, that's a bit over now, I think. I'll put some plants in there tonight, you know, after I'm able to slot and stuff, and give you an update in a day or so, see how we go. But if we start getting if we get like bubbles like that in a day or two, you know, well, you know, it took about a week to 2 weeks for that to really get up to that sort of level. Whereas this thing did it like overnight, and in 3 or 4 days, you know, it's almost getting up to that level. Whereas this, you know, may get to that level, you know, by 11 o'clock tonight or something, before midnight or something, and get to that stage in a couple of days. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's what it's all about, fellas. Having a go. Yes. And getting to the end of the journey. Okay. And the CPU revolution. Okay. See ya. Over and out.